I'm back. So today I just wanted to talk about verse mapping. First of all, never done it before, but I was accidentally eavesdropping on a friend at church, and she was talking about it with somebody else. And so I texted her like a couple days later, and I was like, "Hey, do you mind sending me some information on verse mapping?" And so she did. So this is like the little thing she sent me, and I'm gonna put in my description like the website and the Instagram so you can find it, because it said it has videos, tutorials, and verse mapping inspiration. But it seems pretty straightforward. It takes some time and some effort, but I'm just getting started. This is my first time doing it, so bear with me. I have done the SOAP method before. Actually, I got a little copy of that too right here. I've done that before. But I wanted to try verse mapping because I hadn't done it before. I wanted to just see if it was more detailed than the SOAP method. So I was like, let's try it. Of course, I don't want to just be doing things out of my own will of doing things. And so I asked and I prayed, and I was like, Lord, what do you want me to do? Like, what specific verse do you want me to do? And so he told me John 5:8. And so as I was looking for it, I was like, Lord, you're always sending me to something with 5 and 8. What do 5 and 8 mean? I was like, you know what? Just be obedient. Quit asking all these questions. And so that's what I did. And the verse says, then Jesus said to him, get up, pick up your mat, and walk. And this is the NIV version. So the verse mapping. The verse mapping tells you to do two alternative translations. And so I did Amplify and I did NLT. And Amplify said, Jesus said to him, pick up. Nope, I lied. Sorry. Jesus said to him, get up, pick up your pallet, and walk. And at first I was thinking about pallet, and I was thinking about a wood pallet, but I was thinking, girl, use your brain. You had pallets when you was younger, when you slept on the floor at your grandparents' house and stuff. And so I was like, yeah, that's what a pallet is. And the NLT said, Jesus told him, stand up, pick up your sleeping mat, and walk. And so it also asks for context, and that's what I like to look into. And so it asks for the author. The author is John the disciple. It asks for the date. I'm gonna be very honest. The text doesn't tell you like an exact date. It says it says at the beginning of a Jewish festival. It says sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish festivals. So that's what it says before it gets towards the verse in 5:1. And so I looked. I was like, So I used my brain. I put on my thinking cap, and I turned to a chapter head. And the chapter head talked about the Samaritan woman at the well. And I flipped behind. And chapter 6 talks about Jesus feeding 5,000. So I put on there, after he met the woman at the well, but before he feeds the 5,000 during the Jewish festival. That's what I put as the date. And then the audience, I had to Google it because I wasn't for sure. And even in Googling it, I always like to go back and double check anything just to make sure it's right, like accurate from scripture. And so I went back and I looked, and it actually gave me a scripture that was John 20:31. And that says, it says, but these are written that you may believe that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. And that's NIV. John 20:31. And so I looked at that and I was like, that's pretty cool. That's how I got the information. And I wrote that down for the purpose. For the audience, I had to even dig a little deeper in that. And I looked at the Bible app, but it didn't give me like a full clarity, because at the beginning, if you ever use the Bible app, the YouVersion app, it'll tell you, like, before you even start chapter 1, it'll have like a little circle and an eye, and then you can it'll give you like a summary of like what it's about, like a little synopsis almost of what it's about. And so it didn't say it on this, so I had to Google it, and I found an article, a biblical article about it, and it even talked about Matthew and Mark and Luke and like their audiences, and then it talked about John's audience, which most of the audience, and it even provided examples for you to even go back and double check it. So if I can find it, I'll post it as well in the description, so that you can have just a double check, because it never hurts to double check stuff. But yeah, so my whole purpose in verse mapping is I just want to do better at digging into the Lord's word and not be so rushy when I do it. Because I'll do it, and sometimes if I'm not intentional to set aside time, I'll rush through it. I'm just gonna be very honest. Because it's like I want to consume it. I want to have it. I want it to be written in my heart. But and I feel weird when I don't read it at night before I go to sleep. I really do feel weird. And so it's like, even if I don't read a whole lot, I'm gonna read some, because I'm gonna get that word in me before I go to bed. But something that the Lord has been it's just been on me here lately is to read the word from the Bible, like paper, from like a Bible paper word, not just from the app. Like, I will do that if I just got to, but I've tried to gather, collect a couple Bibles so that I have some. Like, I got one now. Luckily, I have a friend that actually she bought for me, and it's a small little cute little pink Bible that I can keep in my purse all the time. And then I have my big Bible, which I call Bertha. One of my team members from prayer, she named her for me. Her name is Bertha, but Bertha tan up. She didn't came loose from the sleeve, so I had to keep her in the holder, the Bible case, the Bible cover, and so I be trying to keep her at home now, so I don't tear her up anymore, because she's my favorite. I'm gonna be very honest. She's my favorite. I'm back. My iPhone decided that I did not have enough memory, so I had to stop for 10 minutes and delete videos, because apparently I don't delete nothing on my phone. So, yeah, back to talking about my Bible. So, Bertha my favorite, because well, first of all, Bertha's a gift my dad gave me maybe 2 years ago for Christmas. And it's got space in it for me to write on the side, so that's why I like Bertha. It's got all my little notes and little nuggets that I get like as I'm reading the Bible. And then I have just a regular King James Bible. Actually, I got two of those. I got the one I got when I first got baptized. My aunt gave it to me. It's engraved with my name on it. It's just at the front door, on a little where I keep my keys at. And then I got this one I just bought for myself, because I wanted a parallel Bible. Because at church we use like NLT a lot. We can start using a lot more NLT than NIV and NASB, and so I wanted to have that. And then I forgot, I'm gonna be very honest, that I asked my mama to give me this Bible. I'm gonna say this, I forgot, but then I really didn't think she was gonna get it. I'm gonna be real transparent. But I asked her to give me this parallel Bible as well, right here. And that's the cover for it. I just took the cover off so I could quit flopping it around. But I got that one as well. And I know people probably like, that's a whole lot of Bibles. You don't need all them Bibles. I probably don't need all these Bibles. But I'm gonna be very honest. One of them has NIV, NLT, NASB, and King James. And the other one has NIV, NASB, King James, and Amplified. And then I just got my main one that's got NIV. But I did like that the one Amplified, because I do like to read Amplified. It breaks it down a lot more. But I really feel like there's like a push. I feel like a push towards disconnecting from my device more when I sit down and have time with the Lord, like really disconnecting and really being able to look stuff up in the Bible. And then if I could give me like a lexicon or like a Bible dictionary or biblical dictionary, then I'd be in the game. That way I won't even have to be looking at my phone at all for the most part. But yeah, I'll get there eventually. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about verse mapping. I'm excited to see what I'm going to learn. I still got a whole page that I got to finish. But it tells you on there, like, for your first time, don't expect to get it all done the first day. Like, it can take up to a week if you really take your time and do it correctly. So I'm gonna just work it out how it work out, and let it do what it's gonna do. I'm excited to see what I'm going to learn from this. And again, this is John 5:8. So take your time, find something that you like, and then in the comments, put a verse that you would like me to verse map, something that has interested you, and then I can verse map it, and then we can talk about it. I love y'all. Y'all have a great week. I'll see y'all again soon.